over briefly about like developing a morning routine, why it's important, and also just some general tips that have helped me, and also a common theme that I've been seeing in the last 2 or 3 weeks regarding, I would say, some bad behavior regarding, during your what to do and what not to do during your trading session, and just different things that you can do to limit triggers, depending what affects you when you are trading. So before we get started, as always, just letting everyone know I'm not a financial advisor. Anything else that I say is pretty much just educational. It's my experiences and just what I would do. With all that being said, so morning routine or developing one, if you don't have one, is important, since when we're trading, you know, we want to be as alert as we can, and we want to essentially be in the best state that we can be when we're trading. You don't want to be half awake. You don't want to be, sluggish or kind of like confused on what's going on, and even potentially not even feeling that well when you're trading. So for my morning routine, and I'll do what I can to try to type and talk at the same time, but for my morning routine, what I like to do is, as soon as I wake up, I start doing my affirmations for about, 2 to 5 minutes, however many you have. From there, I'll just wake up, walk around outside, get some sun. We'll just keep that brief. Walk around, get some sun, move my body, get that energy flowing. When I come back from my walk, I'll do a quick little workout or some stretching, depending how I'm feeling that day. And then from there, you can do your usual shower or whatever it is that you want to do. When it comes to, again, what I'm about to say next really depends on the individual and how you prefer your mornings to go. But for me, actually, forgot to just adjust this real quick. I drink a bunch of water. Just keep it at a bunch. Also, when I drink water, after I drink my whatever bottle I had next to my bed, or my water bottle, I just fill it up the night before I go to sleep, and then just drink about half of it. I don't want to be too full when I wake up, just to get hydrated. And then after I do all my, little routines in the morning, I'll drink some more water, obviously, but this time I'll add some salt to it. You don't want to add too much, maybe to like a glass, like a teaspoon, something like that, or half of that if you want. Actually, yeah, probably like half a teaspoon. The reasoning behind this, and I'm gonna paraphrase this, so don't quote me on it, but essentially, during trading or when we're thinking a lot or focusing, our brain needs to have the proper nutrients and what have you to, be in a proper state to focus. So salt helps with that, or having at least a decent level of sodium in your system. Now, of course, again, feel free to consult your doctor to determine what works best for you. But for me, I drink some salt water as well, just to get that level of sodium for my brain. I'll probably post some links in the description with more details on that from Andrew Huberman. But moving on from that, when it comes to if you eat breakfast before you start trading, what is good, depending on the individual, of course, like I mentioned earlier, for me, what I've noticed is if I have a breakfast that's more like carb based, bread or, coffee, stuff like that. I don't really drink coffee, but, like if I were to eat bread or like a sandwich in the morning, it would make me a little like sluggish and kind of like, like, I guess a little brain fog, if that makes any sense. So usually my breakfasts mainly mainly revolve around protein. So, eggs. You can eat beef if you want to, I guess, if you want a heavy breakfast. But for me, usually I just stick to just eggs and I'll call it a day until lunchtime. So what I've noticed that when I started eating mainly like a protein or mainly protein based breakfast, that I felt a lot more energetic. I wasn't as sluggish. I was able to focus a lot better. Now again, some people, their body may be different. Maybe carbs help you better in the morning. But for me, eating protein only definitely helps a lot more when I'm trading, at least in the morning time anyway. Now, of course, besides the usual, you want to make sure that you're ready, market prep, watch list, what you're going to be trading that day, etc. Now, of course, for me, I usually do this the night before. So again, this depends on what your routine is. For me, I already have like the market prep section already ready to go before I even start. But again, really depends on the individual and what you prefer. So after I do my whole routine, I get on the charts probably like 10 minutes or so from before market open, 9:30 Eastern. So like around 9:20, I'll kind of just hang out at my computer and just wait until market opens. This next part is very, very important, which I'll probably spend a little more time talking about today. Essentially, the do's and don'ts of when it comes to trading, like, during the actual session. When I was working with Randy Howell, one of the biggest things that he taught me was, when we're trading, we want to make our trading environment as sacred as possible. Now, what does this mean? Or, the trading conditions, whatever terms or whatever you would like to use. So for me, this means setting, do not disturb on your phone. Any chats, Discord, Instagram, Twitter, or X now anyway, etc. All that must be turned off. You don't want to get distracted by outside factors while you're trading. If you have a setup that you're waiting for, you may be on your phone or on the chats, at least seeing what other people are doing. And what may happen is that you get distracted and then your setup passed and then you miss it. And then you may get upset that you missed it. Then you might force a trade because you missed it. So you don't want those type of triggers there. And also, I always say this to students and people that I work with, is you don't want to get influenced by other people. In the sense of, let's say you're thinking of going long or short or whatever it may be. Let's say in this situation, you're thinking of going long. And somebody's saying, oh, I'm going to go short on the same ticker that you're looking at. It may bring up doubt in your trade plan. So it's good to remove any distractions and anything that may get in the way of your own trading. Remember, this is your journey. You don't want to be distracted by other people. And I've been in those situations, and I've seen many other people be in those situations where you'll be thinking to go long, somebody's saying they're going to go short, you kind of hesitate, and then you figure, well, I think they may know more than me, let me go short too. Turns out they were wrong and you were right. So when it comes to trading, always, always, always make sure that the chats are off, just so you can focus on whatever you're looking at, and just to build up that self-confidence. Now, I will say this, if you are new, of course it's okay, well, at least in my opinion anyway, I would say it's okay to look at chats, see what people are saying and stuff like that if you're new, to get like an idea of what's going on per se. But ultimately, you really want to trade by yourself. Just to build up that confidence when you are trading. Because at the end of the day, nobody's going to hold your hand. And long term, you want to be self-sufficient. You don't want to rely on anybody, ultimately. What else? You also don't want to get triggered in the sense of, what I find something that happens to some people is like they'll get on the chats, see people winning all this money, but they're not making anything, or maybe whatever they're trading hasn't popped off yet or moved in whatever direction they were aiming at based on their analysis. So you may be trying to trade SPY, but somebody's like, oh, I'm here making 200, 300, 400% on Tesla. So you're like, all right, cool, let me go trade Tesla now. And then you're here forcing trades, trying to make money too. And then when you go back to SPY, it did the move that you wanted. So again, we want to just hone in on whatever we're looking at. Whatever people are making, that's great for them. Remember, this is your journey. You don't want to get distracted or compare yourself to other people. And again, just really just bringing those triggers, limiting those triggers that would affect you. So if you find yourself like FOMOing into trades because other people are making money and you're not, you want to make sure that you're limiting all those triggers that may start your brain to go that direction, or if you get emotional, stuff like that. Another thing that I've seen is people over trading. So if you find, let's just say for the sake of the conversation, your let's say your daily goal is $300 or $500, whatever it is. Let's just say once you hit that goal, instead of getting off of the charts and just being good with whatever you made, I find some people, they'll stay on the charts and get enticed to take more moves. I guess potentially being greedy, wanting more money, or even seeing other people still making money, so they want to make more too. But the biggest thing is you want to really develop that discipline. And once you're done, you're done. Go enjoy your day. We don't want to be stuck on the charts all day. So, when you're done trading, just turn off your charts. Like for me, what I would find myself doing a while back is, I'll be done trading, but I'll still have my charts up. So if I come back from the kitchen or whatever it may be, I'll glance at the chart and it'll like entice me to take a trade when I know for sure that I should not be taking any more trades. So what I do now is essentially once I hit my goal or I'm satisfied with like the setups that have presented themselves, or actually let me not say that. Once I hit my goal or it hits 12 noon and I don't have any more setups to take, I'll shut everything down and I'll come back to the charts at the end of the day when market closes. That way, I'm not enticed to take any other moves. And again, nobody's perfect. We're all human. I'm human. I still get that urge if I see a chart to look for setups and place more trades when I know I should not be on the charts. So just do the best you can to really limit any triggers that may show up in your trading. And again, really, going back to the triggers and comparing yourself, what I have seen as well is people comparing themselves like, oh, these people are making $2,000, $5,000, $10,000 a day. I want to be making that too. And they rush the process. But if you're not there yet, then just be patient. The biggest thing is patience. Eventually you'll get there. You'll get to those $500 days, those $1,000 days, those 5 figures, even potentially 6-figure days. But again, everything in due time. So that's all I can think about for now. So I'll leave all of you with this. Just be patient. Take your time with it. Focus on making like $50 a day, $100 a day, $200 a day, etc. Once you get to the point where you're consistently profitable, it's just numbers changing. So if you can make $50 a day, you can make $500 a day, $5,000, $50,000, etc. It's just your size is changing. But the biggest thing that I would say and that I do is just slowly compound your account, because you will get to those higher numbers and you always want to raise your position size slowly. You may not be able to emotionally handle going from $1,000 positions to $2,000 positions, because people always think, oh yeah, if I'm making $300 per trade with $1,000 position, I'll make $600 per trade on a $2,000 position. But you're only thinking about the profits. You may not be thinking about the losses, which you may not be ready for So if you're used to taking $100 losses, you may not be used to taking $200 or $300 losses. So you may be stubborn and hold those moves longer than you should instead of respecting your stop. So all that to say, just take your time with it, compound your account. You'll reach the goal that you want to. It'll happen. Just be patient with it. Again, hope this helped. Any questions, feel free to, or any comments, feel free to put in the comments below. Hope this helped. And as usual, in YouTube fashion, anyone, or if you found this helpful, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, or share this with anybody that you think it may benefit them so we can, help those in need. Other than that, enjoy the rest of your night, everyone, and be ready for tomorrow.